gives you wings.
Visual on target. Target in sight. Convoy on route.
Sometimes the front lines are in our own backyard. It's okay. Make a difference in your community, serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
10 seconds left. John, more ways to inbound.
Yo, you checked FanDuel lately? I didn't know they had single game fantasy.
Sammy Wynn behind home plate. 1 out to go.
More ways and win. Looking to make something
A
here.
NASCAR contest. Oh, golf?
More ways throws.
Win shoots. It's up.
There's just...
More ways to win. More ways to win. More ways to win. More ways to win.
That's what I'm telling you. There are more ways to win with FanDuel.
His is the oldest registered distillery in the United States. Perfect for making Tennessee whiskey. Charcoal mellowed drop by drop for smooth sipping. Which is not the easy way, but it's his way.
You want binge-worthy? In the NBA playoffs on TNT, more is more.
There's a marathon ahead of us.
Game after game.
The intensity of the playoffs.
Night after night.
For the win!
Inside after inside.
It's the highest rated show in television history.
See Western contenders rising and a new era in the East.
You ready to play from the jump?
Binge-worthy. The NBA playoffs on TNT.
Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets chance to pull up their first series win in 10 years if they could knock off LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs tonight in Game 6. Aldridge winding up for 3 with the shot clock winding down. Good start for San Antonio. Jokic, look at the moves on Jakob Poeltl.
Spin cycle. Wow, look at that, G-Hill. Step through, spin.
Oh, a lot of everything.
Gave him a little bit of, he showed him everything in the bag right there.
More from Aldridge. They needed him, and they got him. Turns the corner and then throws it down.
Yeah, he turned back the clock, too.
13 in the quarter, 26 on the night. Jokic. From 3. Yeah.
That kind of night. The Joker had himself a ball game. He was cooking.
He had the feeling. Jokic with the handoff to Jamal Murray. And then Murray, no. Jokic, yes. Also had 12 rebounds on the night. 6 of those in the offensive end. Rudy Gay, big from 3 tonight. Hit all 3 he took.
And the vet stepped up big, really gave San Antonio a lift off the bench. And this time of year, your veterans and guys like that can really take you to another level.
Just before halftime, DeRozan misses the free throw, gets his own, and somehow gets it up and in just before halftime. So a little extra momentum for the Spurs as they head into the home locker up by 4.
You never see that off a free throw. Poor box out there by the Nuggets.
Third quarter was basically even between these two. Poeltl, it's the 3rd time in this series he's done this. Catches Murray, who's been victimized twice. You get Gary Harris as well during the series.
Man, those hurt so bad, man. You have no idea.
Oof. I have a little idea, but not from a guy like Jakob Poeltl, no. He would return eventually. In the meantime, Jokic for the layup. DeRozan in the mid-range.
King of the mid-range.
He was 9 of 11 in mid-range shots in this game. Tipping it home again is Jokic. 17 in the quarter.
43 on the night, though. Ooh.
DeRozan, he had 12 in the quarter.
That's called taking a bucket right there, Grant.
Fourth quarter, Spurs take control early on with a 19-2 run. Marco Bellinelli drops a 3. They were 10 of 24 from the great beyond. Bryn Forbes knocks down 1.
Dame Lillard range right there.
He had a couple of them.
You gotta step it back for Dame Lillard.
Aldridge backing in on Paul Millsap, fades away and knocks it down. Aldridge went 10 of 18. And then DeRozan,
King
for the
of
jumper.
The mid-range.
Mike Malone needs a timeout. And another day to think about it, because Game 7 is coming on Saturday. Despite, despite Jokic's franchise postseason record 43 points, the Spurs improved to 8-4 when facing elimination at home under Greg Popovich.
Double D, 25, 7 and 7. Take me through last night, how you knew you had to play well tonight.
We had to come out aggressive. It was do or die, literally. We was on our home court. It was on me and LA to come out and be aggressive, and that's what we did.
And some people talk about role players, meaning that you and Lamar, you guys had to step up and lead the way, because when you do that, the bench kind of follows.
Yeah, everybody else fall in line after that. Everybody else get easier shots when we get it going. Man was aggressive tonight, and everybody else got it going as well.
And speaking of the aggression, how big is it you guys to sell the boards in the fourth quarter? Because the third quarter, they was out rebounding you guys.
It was big. At halftime, discussed that, let us know we was getting out rebounded, and we tried to buckle down. Team rebound after that, and we did a better job in the second half.
So it's safe to say you're not ready to go home yet. So how do you bottle this up, go on the road for Game 7 and get a win?
That's what it's all about. Game 7, live for the moments. Gotta lay it all out on line.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
DeRozan 12 of 16 from the field, again 9 of 11 from the mid-range. How good was he tonight?
Man, he was big time, and he was key, and he really did in the second half when everything was on the line and the season was in the balance. DeMar DeRozan stepped up, and we know what he does in the mid-range. He's one of the best mid-range assassins that we have in the league. He was aggressive. He made sure he took shots. He hit shots. He was efficient. And that's what you want your best players to do, step up in the big-time moments. I was very proud of DeMar DeRozan tonight and the effort that he had, especially in that second half, the third quarter specifically.
Yeah, he really got it going, and he was attacking, aggressive, playing with confidence. And then the third quarter, as you said, they were feeding off that. Obviously he was scoring baskets, but like right here, he made something out of nothing right there, splitting that double team off the spin. Really had it going, was feeling good. And that's what you need. You need that. You need in these situations your stars to step up. Aldridge was good in the first half, but DeRozan there, that was vintage DeMar DeRozan at his best, and just almost sort of imposing his will, saying, "Look, I am not going to let this slip away from us. We're going to extend the series." And the question now for him and for Aldridge, can they go and do that on the road?
Right.
Denver. That's what will be needed, even more so in a Game 7 on the road, where your stars must come to ready to play and deliver.
Well, I mean, as a team, can they get anywhere near this kind of performance offensively? They scored 30 more points than they did back in Game 5. They didn't take outrageous numbers of shots, DeRozan or Aldridge. So was it better quality of shots or just better executed shots tonight?
I think it was probably a little bit of both. I mean, I think they got some better looks, and they stepped up and knocked them in, and that's what we talked about in the pregame. Look, they haven't made shots, and they've missed a lot of open shots that have been there in the last two games. And so, they weren't a bad shooting team. They weren't a bad three-point shooting team. They just don't take a lot of threes.
Right.
To get to a point where they're more efficient, 57% from the field, getting to the free throw line, making some threes. They made 10 three-pointers tonight, shot 41%.
Yeah, no, those are good numbers for them.
Good numbers. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult on the road, but they're going to have to execute, and they're stars. I mean, Aldridge and DeRozan, they're going to have to set the tone like they did tonight.
All right, Denver gets a home Game 7 coming up on Saturday night. In the meantime, let's hear from Paul Millsap, who spoke with our Dennis Scott.
I can get a win for Game 7. We have no choice. We've been pretty good at home all year, so I mean we feel pretty comfortable about it. We gotta let this one go. We had a good opportunity, especially in that third quarter. Fourth quarter happened, and they went on a big run, pretty much to the side of it. But it's over with. We got to get ready and prepare for Saturday.
When you know that LaMarcus and Double D will come out and try to set the tone, how do you kind of negate that in Game 7?
Can't let everybody else get off. I think the main thing is those two guys are super good. They're gonna get theirs. But it's when the other guys go off for big nights. That's what we can have.
It looked like in the third quarter, y'all was out rebounding. How do you get that back in Game 7?
Just be more aggressive. I think we let down our aggression. End of the third, beginning of the fourth, and it showed. They went off. Got to continue to make them feel us. Continue to get up in them and speak physical with them.
And what was different with Rudy Gay tonight? Since Game 1, you pretty much had him in check. Tonight, he came on, pretty much did his thing tonight.
Yeah, I guess he came out with a different mentality and mindset. We got to do a better job of not letting him get off like that. He's a good player. He's gonna get some, but to go off like he did, we can't have it.
And was the defense any different because you guys weren't able to get threes that you can been showing us the last couple games?
Was their defense? I'm not sure. I don't think so. You know, they're playing us pretty straight up. Much. I think we can do a better job on our offensive end of maybe moving it a little bit more, getting a better rhythm, and trying to hit the open guys. But you know, give credit to them. You know, they came out with a game plan and they executed well.
Oh, most of these guys never. Tonight's play of the night is presented by Little Caesars. Watch LaMarcus Aldridge go to work. We'll pick and pop. Pass to Mason Plumlee and 2 hands at the rim.
He went left. He likes to go right. Attack the rim like that. I like that right there.
Yeah, I like finishing with authority too.
Part of a 26-point night. They must win.
5 more people.
At ease, Maddie. USAA Bank is here to help. Bring in the burgers, buns, and beans ASAP. We don't charge monthly service fees, so you have
more money for your barbecue.
And maybe some dessert?
Roger. All systems go on the cookie cake.
USAA Bank helps you save a little more money for when it matters. Find help at every turn with USAA Bank.
What comes with a $1 soft drink from McDonald's? Any size soft drink. Joy included.
I'm going to start with some balayage clip-ins, then razor cut up to blunt angled lob. I'm retiring, you're my swan song.
What?
He's going to slap some clips in your hair, give you a bob, and then he's going to move to Boca Raton. But you're going to look amazing.
Okay, there are multiples on the table. One is cash, 3 are FHA, 1 is VA. So what can you do?
She's saying a whole lot of people want to buy this house. But you got this. It can be as simple as push-button get mortgage. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender.
Sometimes, all you have to do is read the signs. Miller Lite has more taste, fewer calories, and half the carbs of Bud Light. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true.
Give it up to the big hurt Frank Thomas. Congratulations, Frank. Hey, Andy, Doug, you guys look great.
Hey, I feel great too. Ever since you told me about Nugenix Total T, I feel stronger and I'm crushing my workouts.
Thanks to Nugenix, I got more energy, more stamina, feeling years younger. It's awesome. Nugenix Total T gets you back on top of your game.
From the brand that brought you GNC's #1 vitality product and product of the year, new Nugenix Total T is our most powerful man-boosting formula ever because it boosts your free testosterone and your total testosterone. To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text STICK to 42424.
I like the competitive edge Nugenix gives me. Hey, me too. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T, and she'll like it too.
Text STICK to 42424 now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Samples are not available in stores, so text STICK to 42424 now.
That's right. Everyone is winning that has the NBA app. No matter where you are, you can watch your favorite player. Oh, yes, we did. Make it easy to check the latest playoff scores, series standings, and get alerts to let you know a game is coming down to the wire. There's only one way to set off your NBA playoff experience. Download the NBA app. I'm about to set it off.
Greer's putting the ball on play. He gets it out deep and
Most famous calls in NBA history, and tonight the NBA is mourning the hero described by Johnny Most in that clip. John Havlicek passed away today at the age of 79 after a long battle with Parkinson's disease. One of the staples of the Celtics championship teams of the 1960s and 1970s. Havlicek was 8-0 in the NBA Finals and won the 1974 Finals MVP trophy as well. A 13-time All-Star during his 16 years in the NBA, all with the Celtics. He was 5 times All-Defensive First Team, 3 more times on the second team All-Defense. After an NCAA career in which he won a title at Ohio State, he went on to average nearly 21 points a game in the NBA, all as a member of the Boston Celtics. Great two-way player, really personified the role of sixth man in the NBA, really the first well-known sixth man as well. John Havlicek, just a great swing man who could play anywhere on the wing and guard just about anybody.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, popularized that position, the sixth man. But the thing that I remember, and certainly from watching film, just how he was constant movement. You know, never got tired, could run for days, was in tremendous shape, and you know, being selfless like he was, coming off the bench, but still being an elite player, an all-star, a Hall of Famer, and playing on some of those great teams. Just one of the great sort of basketball heroes that we've had, and certainly a sad day when some of those heroes are obviously passing. So he'll certainly be missed, and his contributions to the game have will remain and be remembered for really forever.
Yeah, when you talk about the history of the game, you have to talk about John Havlicek and the moments that he's had, the big-time plays that he had, and just the elite nature. Of course, I didn't really grow up watching him, but just I've seen the clips, I've seen the highlights. I respected the name and what he brought to the game, and you just understand that he was a truly special basketball player. He would definitely be missed.
John Havlicek, a tremendous athlete at about 6'5", again, a great two-way player. You described his endurance, which was legendary. He was also drafted, and it's appropriate on this night, he was also drafted by the Cleveland Browns, coming out of Ohio State as well. He was that kind of multi-sport athlete, certainly at the high school level, and a great college athlete as well. Adam Silver said, quote, John Havlicek was a wonderful friend who represented the best of the NBA. The San Antonio Spurs get the win tonight in Game 6 to force, I should say, Game 7 Saturday in Denver. Let's hear from Jakob Poeltl in the Spurs locker.
What was the mindset going in, especially in that first quarter when you guys threw the first punch?
Being aggressive. Yeah. Leaving it all out there. I think I said it before the game. It's like almost like a Game 7 for us. Like it's an elimination game. We gotta go out there and leave it all on the court, and I think we did.
In a game like this, do you usually feel like you go how your stars go? Marcus, DeMar, Rudy, all kind of leading the way too.
I mean, yeah, they are in a way our leaders on the court, but I think it's about everybody doing their job, and I think that's exactly what happened out there tonight. Like everybody came in and played hard, contributed it, and yeah, it was about the big picture for us.
Fan base has been waiting for Rudy Gay to go off this series, and he comes through tonight. How important was that he got off early for you guys?
Obviously that was big. He had some big shots. He had 2 threes in the corner that were really big for us that started to run. That was very important.
To be able to win a game like this with Jokic doing what he did is amazing. He had a monster game tonight, obviously.
Yeah, he played great tonight. He did his thing, that's for sure. But yeah, I think we answered that with team effort. We had a lot of guys coming in and putting up big points, just like contributing in different ways, not only on the offensive end, like on defense. We had a lot of like their guys under their averages, so that was good.
The first 5 games of the series, man, what did y'all learn about yourself that y'all were able to apply tonight?
Say it again?
The first 5 games of the series, what did you learn about yourself that you were able to apply tonight to take it to a 7?
Well, that so far in the series, more often than not, the more aggressive team won, and I think that was us tonight. We managed to be, especially on offense, be aggressive, like attack the rim, like get a rhythm, like really get moving. Where we got a little stagnant in some of the games that we lost, I think. So that was big for us tonight.
What was going on in the perimeter, just limiting their three-point attempts? What did you see from the guys out on the perimeter?
Well, that was one of our points of emphasis is trying to limit their three-point shooting. They are a really good three-point shooting team, so we're trying to be up in them.
All right, that was Jakob Poeltl on tape a moment ago. DeMar DeRozan sitting down live to talk about the Game 6 win.
DeMar, what was Pop like before the game? Because he seemed pretty calm with reporters, and I was wondering what his message was to you guys entering this Game 6.
He always have a calm to him, and it wears off on us, understanding on our home floor. We understood what we had to come in here and do tonight. wasn't much needed to be said.
How big was that stretch in the third quarter where it was like y'all going against Jokic? It was back and forth, and then y'all took that into the fourth quarter. Was that like y'all knew y'all had to keep it up at that point?
Yeah, they've been great at, throwing a punch at us and, running away with it. We try to sustain that, understand whatever they do, we have to match it, be more aggressive, understand we have to keep our rhythm going, being aggressive on both ends, and we did that.
DeMar, how do you balance between slowing down the game with set plays and just running downhill? It seems that when y'all are going just full force, that there's a flow to the game. How do y'all balance that?
It's all about stops. As long as we get stops, we understand we could get out, be aggressive, pick our spots, understand where the shooter's going to be, kind of be aggressive, getting to the rim. We have a lot of options when we're able to get stops. It's hard to have them options when we take the ball out the basket, then coming back down to a set defense.
Is there anything that you've seen in your team tonight, first half, first quarter, that you knew that y'all was here to play?
When we got up for shoot around this morning, everybody in the gym this morning, just a sense to feel, understanding that, nobody wanted this thing to end. We understood what we had to come out here and do. Now it's time for us to go back on the road and close this thing out.
DeMar, you said after Game 4 that you knew Rudy was going to step up in some way during the series. What do you have to say about his performance tonight?
Told you so. We all had that confidence, not just with Rudy, with everybody. Belly came up big for us tonight. Patty came out there, was aggressive. All the guys came up big, and on this Game 7, pull that thing together and do it one more time.
DeMar, you had a fair share of Game 7s. What is your message to the young guys on the team regarding how to approach Game 7?
Like we approached it tonight, eager, desperate, but under control, understanding what needs to be done, playing with smarts, and it's fun. We got to go out there and have fun.
Well, DeMar, just to follow up on that, you guys are pretty proud of your playoff experience. How important that experience is to help you guys to leverage the win on Saturday?
With experience, having experience, you can lean on experience, but we gotta come ready mentally, more than anything. It's gonna be tough. We can't get caught up in the crowd. We gotta understand it's us versus them, and everything is against us. Go out there, play free, play smart, and just be ready.
DeMar, I think you've played in 2 Game 7s, I think.
Two? No, I'm sure I played more than that.
In Game 7s?
Yeah.
Well, maybe your second one, you had 30 in a closeout. How difficult is this, especially when you're doing it for the first time? Like, if you remember your first Game 7, what's that like as a young player?
You're back against the wall. It's literally win or go home. Win or go home. Simple as that. Once you understand the meaning of that going into that game, you understand that every single second on that court matters. You don't want to walk off that court preparing for summer. That's it brings out a different side of you. And the guys that been in it.
Franchise record for scoring.